Starting today with that scandal that rocked America and the rest of the world. Bill Cosby, family man, everyone's favorite black father, hilarious husband, involved in a sexual assault case. Well, what started off as a nightmare eventually turned out to be a sad and heartbreaking reality. Bill Cosby was sent to prison a little over 4 months ago for sexual assault. However, he had some surprisingly positive comments about his time there. Now, his spokesman, Andrew Wyatt, said in an interview that despite the circumstances, Bill Cosby actually told him, "This is an amazing experience." And this is just a shocker. Well, the disgraced comedian had been moved to the general prison population after spending his first 4 months in special housing as he tried to acclimatize with the environment and because a lot of people worried about his safety. Well, what led to all of this? Dozens of women accused him of sexual assault or misconduct over a 50-year span, including 5 who testified at his retrial last year. Well, Bill Cosby and his lawyers and agents repeatedly called the encounters consensual. And now let's stay in America, where a developer is suing Kim Kardashian West over her popular Kimoji app. You know, I always knew there was just going to be some type of bug. Well, David says that he helped Kim Kardashian build the app only to be cut out of the profits. Now, he's coming for $100 million, citing breach of contract and fraud. The developer claims that Kim Kardashian agreed to cut their company in front of 60% of Kimoji's back in 2014. He said that he was left off with the trademark paperwork for the sake of expedience, but it was understood that the product was a joint venture. He then said that Kim Kardashian attempted to get, him to back away from his lawsuit through a team of lawyers, but you see, he is still coming for a 9-figure settlement regardless. If there's one thing we know about the Kardashians, they definitely know how to wriggle out of lawsuits. Well, let's stay in America as well, where Rich the Kid was reportedly attacked on Tuesday. Now, the artist was basically at West Hollywood Westlake recording studio with Usher when robbers attacked and left with jewelry and cash. Well, multiple gunshots were fired and a bodyguard was badly beaten. The gunshots were reportedly fired as the robbers were fleeing, with one of their number shooting behind him as he fled. While police have surrounded the studio and are searching surrounding blocks for the suspects. Neither Usher nor Rich the Kid have commented on the robbery on social media, but we hope that they're just doing all right. Now let's head over to Latin America. After decades evading police, Joaquin Guzman Lura, the Mexican crime lord known as El Chapo, was convicted in a drug conspiracy trial and possibly faces a life sentence. Now, the jury's decision came more than a week after the panel started deliberations at a trial in federal district court in Brooklyn, where prosecutors presented a mountain of evidence against the cartel leader, including testimonies from 56 witnesses, 14 of whom once worked with Mr. Guzman. And all the way in Asia, the latest film from the famed Chinese director Zhang Yimou has been dropped from the Berlin Film Festival for what the festival just described as technical reasons. Now, a notice on the official Weibo microblog and service account for the movie, 1 Second, apologized but gave no details other than to say it was not possible to show the film in Berlin. Well, 1 Second is set amid the chaos and violence unleashed by Mao Zedong in the 1966-76 Cultural Revolution, a period rarely discussed in history books or portrayed in film. Well, it's slated for release in China next year, and the festival said the film was pulled because, you see, technical difficulties were encountered during the post-production. Now, let's talk about this series that has really got everybody immensely disgusted and upset at R. Kelly, talking about Surviving R. Kelly. Now, the documentary series, which sees multiple women make allegations of emotional and sexual and physical abuse against the controversial R&B artist, will finally air in Australia next week. So the 6-episode Lifetime series sheds light on the allegations of abuse, predatory behavior, and pedophilia, which have prepared the singer's career for eternal doom. Basically, From the early 90s to now, it looked as if nobody said anything, but somehow we've seen a lot of these situations play out in the headlines, others previously unheard. Now, all allegations which, despite multiple witnesses and years of evidence, have never seemed to affect his reputation in the industry until now. R. Kelly's record company, RCA, dropped him as an artist following the release of the documentary, and earlier this month, an Australian woman launched a petition to ban his upcoming tour in the country. And just as every single person keeps talking about how Meghan Markle is really being scrutinized by the media unfairly, now George Clooney is standing up for her. The 57-year-old actor took time to slam the way the 37-year-old has been treated by the press since becoming a member of the British royal family. Now, he believes that they're just chasing Meghan Markle everywhere. In his own words, he said, she's a woman who is 7 months pregnant, and she has been pursued and vilified and chased in the same way that Princess Diana was, and it's history just repeating itself. Now, George Clooney warned and said, we've seen how that ends. Well, Princess Diana died in a car crash while being pursued by paparazzi in 1997 at the age of 36. While Clooney and his wife, Amal, attended the royal wedding, that is Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's wedding to Diana's son, talking about Prince Harry all the way last year. And still in the UK, the question on every single person's lips right now is, is Peppa Pig just altering children's accents? Well, the answer is yes. American parents are noticing that their little ones are adopting some type of British accent after watching Peppa Pig, a popular children's TV show about a female pig and her animal friends. Now, Janet Manley, a mother of two, coined the sudden mimicking of the British accent the Peppa effect, after her daughter began calling her Mummy during hours-long, watching Peppa Pig on a flight to Australia. Now, the cartoon, which follows the adventures of Peppa's life with her family and pals in a fiction town in the UK, has grown in popularity. I mean, on YouTube, it has more than 7 million subscribers. And now let's head over to India. The Indian film industry has really come a long way in the past few years, not only in terms of new releases, but also new content and talent. So the industry is growing by the day, only to excel in every aspect. Time and again, it's improved its excellence by giving in novel films with innovative content, be it social awareness, real-life stories, out-and-out entertainment. I mean, the list just goes on. Now, this goes for every language and every film industry which is operational in India. So the big news is a record-breaking number was witnessed this Friday on the box offices across the nation. I mean, a whopping total of 52 movies made it to the theaters on Friday across various languages. And now finally, in Africa, a first edition copy of late Chinua Achebe's premiere novel, Things Fall Apart, has been purchased for 1 million naira. So the news agency of Nigeria reported that the private sale took place on Twitter following a call by the author, Lola Shoneyin, for collectors to purchase the vintage copy. Now, Lola, who is well known for her book, The Secret Lives of Baba Shege's Wives, fans of Achebe's work took to the comment section to praise the work, with some people placing bids. However, she announced hours later that the book had been bought by an anonymous buyer. Achebe was a Nigerian novelist, poet, professor, and critic. Things Fall Apart, his first novel, is often considered his best, and he won the Man Booker International Prize in 2007. And do you remember that really amazing movie that came from Malawi? Well, Netflix, the world's leading streaming giant, yes, is set to release a movie titled The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind, based on a true story of a 32-year-old Malawian, William Kwambamba, on March 1st, 2019. Now, the movie is currently screening for its global debut at the Sundance Film Festival. The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind follows a 13-year-old William Kamkwamba, who is thrown out of the school he loves when his family can no longer afford the fees. So, sneaking back into the school library, he finds a way to use the bones of, a bicycle belonging to his father, Triwell, played by Chiwetel Ejiofor, to build a windmill, which then saves his Malawian village from farming. Well, Chiwetel also directed the movie, so we cannot just wait for March 1st to get a sneak peek of that movie. Well, now it is time for a short break. Keep on watching the show. Coming right up, it is all the latest music news, and then we will be finding out what's trending on social media. Stick around.